What's going on with y'all? Salute for that super support early in the game. What's going on, Gator? Seven Gator, what you been up to? Shout out them Eagles. You got them Eagles busting. Okay. Salute for that super support, Gator. What's going on with you? Give me a sound check, Gator. You know I got that talk radio music in the background that I love. I'm experimenting right now. What you can you hear it? Is it too loud? Or should it go up a little bit? Give me a sound check. And good morning. Let's five y'all in here, man. Double tap that stream. Smash that like. Can y'all see that question? Shout out everybody coming through. Just got back from vacation in Asheville, North Carolina. Was a bit rainy but beautiful. Okay. We talked about that. So how was Asheville? Anything change? Anything new? You going back again? What happened, Gator? What was the climate there? You said it was raining, but other than that, how was the spirit? Did you feel it? I mean, is that where you from, Seven Gator? I'm gonna ask you that again. I think you explained me the situation, the connection to Asheville. But welcome back. Seemingly you had a good time. You didn't come in and say blah blah blah. I want to buy guys feels neck like Count Chocolate. So that's what it is. Smash that like y'all. Let's get them lights up, man. Let me do a sound check. Smash that like y'all. My bag. I was doing cause I'm doing a little test too. What's going on though? Shout out everybody that's coming through. Now give me a sound check. Seven Gator, you still in here, sis. How do you feel about this sound right here in the background? You know, this one of my favorite talk radio beats. I'm trying to crappy in the exact same topic. You only got 4 visitors. Wow. Well, now I only have 3. Because guess what? Now I only have 3. And I know who this is. You got to change your words on, homie. You're fired. Tiffany Chanel, what's going on with you? Good morning. 1, 2, 3, 4. What a loser. And then one of the words of Joe Biden. What a loser. Remember Joe Biden called Trump that shit? Tiffany Chanel, what's going on out there in Cincinnati? Warren. No. And which Warren? Oh, is it the friend? Is that the friend of Nolan? And that's what you talking about. Yeah, I did. And the way they put him on the thumbnails, he looked so devilish on the thumbnails. Warren looked crazy on the thumbnail. Like, for real? He look like Warren look like he does more than drink. For real. Yep. Y'all are both of y'all, you in Cincinnati? Both of y'all in Cincinnati. Yeah, I saw that. Okay, yeah. He looked like he do more than, I mean, for real. He gonna break. I think he gonna be the first one to break. That's why he making himself visible like that. Cause a hit dog gonna holler. 7 Gator, y'all the Cincinnati connection. Why don't y'all get up and do a Black Money Corp video? I'm telling y'all, man, get up and give me a Black Money Corp shout out and send it to my Gmail straight out of Cincinnati. A Lady Gator. Yuck. Yo, we only found one of them other 7 Gators, man. What was the 6th one? The 6th one was that's crazy. We're still on the lookout for them 5 Gators, man. Are both of y'all in the same part of Cincinnati? Y'all might live right across the street from each other. That's crazy that I'm putting Cincinnatians together like that. You see what I'm saying? Would be cool. Maybe in public, at a public market, I will meet her. Internet meetups freak me out still. Come on, Gator, for the BMC family. I'm telling you, it might. You know what I mean? I would love to see that. 2 of my super supporters meet up to. You know what I mean? Yeah, hey, and okay, I'll say maybe even y'all meet up at Starbucks. Drinks on me. Or boba tea. Maybe y'all can put y'all heads together and tell me who cash out the hit, and I'll link y'all, and it'll be drinks on BMC. What is it? Somebody hit my Gmail if y'all with it. Anybody. Smash that like. Will a one-party system work, y'all? What y'all think? Stop y'all in here. Will a one-party system work, y'all? Let me see the shit boom up if I turn this music off. Told you I'm testing out this background. This ain't stream, y'all. Good morning, Lori Park. Laura Park, what's going on? Will a one-party system work, Laura? How's your morning? Smash that like. A meet and greet. I'm not in Cincinnati though. I believe both parties are at the same table anyway. Honestly, right, right. That's what I'm saying. Could they just put the masses, take the masses off, and just be U.S. politicians, and for whatever uh what the different situations for America, whoever's pro this and pro that, let them vote on it, or I mean, state their claim, not taking sides. Because sometimes it gives an uneven, unfair advantage, especially when the president. Because remember, before they would have if the Republican was the president, it'd be a Democratic vice president. Now it's the whole party. All right, let's get it popping then. Both of y'all hit me up on my Gmail with how do I get at your cash apps. Make sure you hit my Gmail, both of y'all, and then maybe if y'all want to exchange information and set it up, and then hit me out with all the particulars, and I'll do the rest for sure. Now, so then all I require is the BMC. You know what I mean? Drinks on BMC. Meet up, y'all. Chill, hang out, give me a. You know what I mean? Maybe y'all can meet up somewhere cool in Cincinnati. You know what I mean? Cause y'all artists, y'all in Cincinnati, maybe y'all can. What's the most famous site in Cincinnati, or damn near? Maybe the baseball. Y'all can make it a go. The baseball game might be having dollar hot dog night or something. You know what I'm saying? Both parties are the same. You just tried to vote for the best person. All persons who are running for a seat on Capitol Hill, they will benefit most as a taxpayer. Exactly, Lori. Now that is the way it should go. Okay, salute, Gator. Right, but like I said, that's why I said y'all maybe need to exchange Gmails and politics. Smash that like, y'all. Share me out. Democrats are a bunch of communists. No, they're not. Democrats are Democrats. Now, the Democratic Socialists, that verdict is out on them. You know what I mean? What's going on, Godfather? Good afternoon, fam. What's up with you? How's your day? What you got going on? I think a one party system would defeat the purpose of having any party system, right? But the one party system would include everybody. So it would just be a matter of not running on the Democratic, not running on a Republican, not running on the Green Party. You just running and becoming a, you know what I mean, a politician. If they elect you, they elect you. They don't elect you and your constituents or whatever platform that you're representing. That's what I'm saying about it. Okay. You say that's an oligarchy, not a democracy. Holy fucking shit. You really do make sense. Some of the dumbest titles, neither one can have a third term. Wow. But I did make you think, didn't I? And I didn't say nothing about yeah, I mean, I did make you think though, so holy shit. And you got hey Daniel Price, you got a whole lot of damn Gmails too with your weird ass. Charlie Kelly, you say Trump will defeat him. Trump ain't got that long, man. I didn't say a uniparty. I said everybody for themselves. Politicians, whoever has the best, you know what I mean? Politicians for themselves, not uniparty, just one party. Everybody. Americans. Not somebody, because that'll denote somebody that can be at the head of it. I'm saying everybody run off of their own merit. You understand what I'm saying? Mud Butter, what's up with you? Now the uniparty just everybody for themselves, no party. I mean, Americans just running for different political offices. OG Kicks, what's up with you, fam? When we run out of resources. Wow. Okay, nice. Forest Park, is it doing all right? Recent years, I knew after quarter gentrified, danger moved up here. Forest Park has always been a nice though. City got more dangerous. Shit, it's seeming like my area getting dangerous too. AOC sucks. I don't like AOC. She shouldn't even be in the running. She's not a politician. She's a victim because she always talking about how when she used to work in a diner and trying to relate. She's the afternoon, the evening movie. Remember we used to come home at all y'all OGs. Remember we used to come home to ABC afternoon movie. You sitting there watching somebody go. What's that? She's that shit. She's a come up story. I had to go through so much to get to where you know what I mean? But a lot of y'all, why are a lot of y'all against the one party system? I mean, the two party system is already bad enough because you only have two choices in a six shall and it would be authoritarian as hell, get real. Shit, but until it happens, is your answer to this and my answer can only be a hypothesis until it happens, family. So, you know what I mean, had a conversation. You know what I mean, so you get real, Daniel Price. So can you think past your emotions and not, you know what I mean, pushing your dogma and agenda on somebody? Can you think past that? You feel me? You know the different aspects, or you know what I mean, ways that a uniparty could go, if you want to call it a uniparty. You know what I mean? This displaced all the people on government assistance or government housing and made 3,000 a law part. You know what they did? They tore down a project where I live. I just did the water, where I did the water giveaway at. Did y'all see that? The water giveaway? What's going on, Mulch Man? Where I did the water giveaway at, that is the projects mixed in with the middle class. They gentrified it, but they also included the people that were living at that project there. It's a dope. They got a bus terminal inside there, and they also have a McDonald's in the underneath the apartments lobby. They got a McDonald's drive through and the whole McDonald's underneath their shit. It's dope. What is the MAGA party, Godfather? Politicians who are just like Mom Donnie on the Democratic side are now coming out of the woodworks, now having different. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Is it time for that? For a free for all? Nobody waving a banner for Democrats, nobody waving a banner for Republicans, unless that's what they are, because that's what happens. A lot of these groups are hiding under the banner of the Democratic Republicans. That was definitely the weirdest McDonald's I had ever seen. Right, it's underneath a apartment complex that houses people that came from the PJs and also people that are middle class, and is in a new development for the downtown area. But that it used to be a McDonald's right there that was that I got a memory of, but that's another story for another day. You know what I'm saying? But smash that like, y'all. Ian, what's going on? Gearing up for another free water giveaway. It's 77 degrees right now today. It's not hot enough. It's not hot enough. Maybe Tuesday is supposed to be like in the 90s when it's, you know what I mean, when it'll be most effective. Downtown Norfolk, when I did the water giveaway, when I went over there by where the people that the intravenous drug users, the drug users was at, that was in Young's Terrace, where Sweet Pea Whitaker was from. But at the bus terminal is downtown Norfolk, right there across from the Scope. Where the original McDonald's always been in that area. Matter of fact, where they got the bus terminal set in that, McDonald's was originally there, and then it was right there where they built that whole apartment complex on top of it. It's crazy. The king and queen run things here in America. We never had independence for long. Right. Okay, okay. How was church, Ian? What was the pastor talking about today? Ian said, what up, Gator? How you and the family doing? Godfather. With that bullshit, Donnie's policies are hurting average Americans, destroying alliances, poisoning. No, he's not. He's Donald Trump and them really assimilating with their geopolitics. Is that the Europeans have nothing to offer. He's getting himself ready to be down with the Asians, man. You say Biden was a divider in chief. Asheville was such a hippie town of my own city. It was nice to see. Okay, just got back from vacation in. Took mom on her first road trip with family fun time and made it safely home. Right. Did you do any souvenir shopping or collecting things along the way? And you was in MAGA country too. Gator, that's MAGA country. I mean, for fuck's sakes. Hey, Daniel Price, I can tell that you from Australia or the UK because you're calling him Donnie. Nobody calls Donald Trump Donnie. What part of the world you from, Daniel? Even just the way you texting, like you in some kind of you in a pub or something. Look, the bloke. Smash that like. You text like you in the goddamn home. We did the Biltmore Mansion tour. It was pretty cool. No, not all the MAGA supporters in Asheville. They were all Black Lives Matter. Uh-oh. The Black Lives Matter is something else. What's the is Asheville a mixed culture community? We people let themselves become divided. Salute, Mulch man. Godfather, you know the MAGA shit started under, and actually it started under what was it, Woodrow Wilson. Woodrow Wilson and them was Make America Great Again, and Grover Cleveland. You know how to, man. Ronald Reagan held America down, man. I know you can't be from America. Shit, he brought crack here, but him and George Bush, they held America down because you know what? No matter what, some collateral damage, they gonna do something to the people. So, but those years right there was detrimental to the survival of the United States. If you know geopolitical, and it also was the coming of age for the United States. We got a lot of stuff in the '80s, man. Through a lot of that pain, that crack and AIDS, they did a lot. The '80s was like we was the first stab at reality TV because it was all happening on our TVs. Whereas in the '70s, in the '60s, in the '50s, when TV was instituted, it was like set shows. But in the '80s is where it was. I mean, that's why they was. I mean, the revolution would be televised and all that stuff. It was crazy, man. There were old stickers, to be fair, lots of white people, but didn't encounter any racist tendencies. Okay, okay, okay. No, but Lori, I think he did finish what he was doing the first tenure because this is a different situation. His first tenure, he was more what you would say a president. Now this new shit, the people that brought him back that don't care how the public feels, he came back with a felony. The people that don't care about that are the military people because all they care about is military law, military time. Know what I mean, weapons, destruction, making money off of the military industrial complex. Donald Trump is the commander in chief right now. The president is his flip side, you know, he's exercising his right to be the commander in chief right now. He doesn't have that inkling what the American people need. Know what I mean? Because they're not handing him those briefs. They're handing him briefs on attacking Iran, um, who's trying to get him with that new plane he just got from Qatar, and what's going on in Asia with China. They're not handing him, your people are hungry. Uh, the same people that are claiming Daddy Trump, they mortgage late. You know what I mean? He has no knowledge of it, so all he regurgitates is whatever doja they're handing him. If you understand politics, Donald Trump ain't in bed thinking of that shit with a monopoly. Go through like that, Donald. No, he's not. She's not. They're briefing him. Even if they're briefing, Donald Trump might be in bed 24/7. We might be seeing clones of him. You know what I mean? Because he be up early. And why nobody's like Donald Trump and his strength and all that? Because it's probably clones. Reagan increased the income, got aligned with dictators of it, suited his purpose. Shit, who don't align with a few dictators? You know what I'm saying? Who doesn't align themselves with a few dictators? We create dictators. You are aware of that, right? The United States creates dictators also. So, well, I think I'm talking about now. Like when you see Trump, I think that's his clones. What's going on with you, John? Exactly, in a dope conversation. What's up with you this morning, John? Matter of fact, pardon me, let me get a refill. Smash that like, y'all. Shut me out. Smash that like, y'all. Free Palestine and arrest Netanyahu. Yo, Mom Donnie was like, they need to arrest Netanyahu. He almost got himself arrested. Carmelo got a lot of things coming up August. I think he getting a new retrial date, and also the judge that was in his case is gonna be not be able to do the case. But you know what's so crazy about that? Even though that they switched the judge and all that, it's still that it's been a high profile case, so everybody has their own opinion. So I don't know how that will work for him unless they just give him a sentencing restructuring. Because he did kill somebody, you know what I'm saying? But I mean 35 years maybe taking into consideration from his juvenile record and his age and you know all the things that he had going on. Maybe they'll give him a chance, man. In the independent autopsy with Nolan, they said it was something going on with one of his body parts was missing. I think his throat. But have y'all heard about the young boy that got killed in the foster care system? And it was ran by some big wig political guy, had a foster care home, and two of his foster care people killed another guy, a little kid. I had the name in here. Yesterday, you heard anything about that? Gator. It was a good thing. Mom Donnie admitted he can't necessarily arrest Netanyahu because people will be blaming. But you know who Mamdani sounds like when he says he wants to arrest somebody? No matter who it is, though. You know who Mamdani sounds just like? Take a wild guess. Who does Mamdani sound like when he says he wants to arrest somebody? So, you know what I'm saying? We're in an unnecessary war, just like Yep, this is an unnecessary war because we're not in it. Our money is, not us. Yep, he sounds just like Trump. Mamdani sounds just like Trump. It doesn't matter. That's what we should be looking at. All of these people are the same. Whatever their op is, that's the motherfucker that's going to be in trouble. All of these people are the same. Mamdani sounds just like Trump when he says, go get Netanyahu. Okay. So don't feel funny, Mamdani, when somebody comes out and says, let's get all those damn Democratic Socialists and lock them up. When one of y'all do something under the name of Democratic Socialists, because you know it's a broad umbrella when you think about what a Democratic Socialist is. It's from the most extreme neo-Nazi to the rainbow ones. Like, I feel like Mamdani is one of the Labrador twins. You feel me? Yo, Daniel, I know you got to be from another country, but show a certain amount of je ne sais quoi. Okay, a certain amount of whatever, you know what I mean? NATO sucks. NATO is the United States and the motherfuckers in Europe. We protect it. NATO sucks, dude. I don't think we should have NATO. They need to stand on their own 2 feet. You and I got to do for you and I, family. Yeah, but it's the same thing though. The same. We need to arrest him. Why not get together? Is what's done is done, and do the political thing. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody saying about that nuclear deal with Saudi Arabia. Ain't that crazy? They empowering these people quickly. They are empowering these people. What's going on, Austin? Chilling. I'm chilling. But y'all know, shit, South Africa already got nuclear weapons. You know that, right? South Africa has nuclear weapons. And why would they just empower Saudi Arabia? Hence making them like the superpower in that area, in that zone. I'm not even familiar with Kadar Skinner's shooting in. What's up with it? Smash that like y'all, share me out. 12 of y'all in here, man. Let's get them likes up, man. Double up on that, family. That deal with Uzbekistan. Well, shit. If you leave it up to who was right about Israel, that and they peoples if you see, you know who you sound like when you say that? When you say Obama was right about Israel, who do you sound like? Who else was right about Israel? Hitler. You see what I'm saying? All of them sound alike. Donald Trump. I mean, you can't differentiate Donald Trump from Mamdani, and you can't differentiate. You said Obama from Hitler. He said those guys were. See what I'm saying? All of it is rhetoric that keeps popping up. Apparently, cops were coming through the neighborhood and saw him come out of the house with a gun and pointed it at a group of people. They tried getting him to drop the gun. Wow. What city was this in, Ian? I could be wrong, but after the Mamdani made the statement, I hadn't heard anything from the White House. Has anybody heard any type of Yeah. The dude came out, Rubio, one of them came out and said, nah, Netanyahu is not getting arrested. I think it may have been J.D. Vance. It was one of them in the White House did speak on it. They said, nah, he's not getting arrested. Daniel Price, what part of the world are you in, man? You got to be some kind of Brit, man. Israel. Of course it is. But that's on another subject. We talking about the country of Israel, which is not only just Jews. It's anybody that got pushed out of fucking Europe, Western and Eastern Europe after World War II. It's all of those people. You know what I mean? And that means Russia, all of them. It's made up of all kind of people. Okay, it was in Wilmington, Delaware. Nah, I ain't heard about that. I ain't heard about it. Was he an immigrant? Because there's a lot of immigrants in Wilmington. Yeah, they could. Yeah, they could stop him because federal jurisdiction. They could send the feds in, and they'd probably arrest him for impeding and getting it on the way of official government business. They'll lock his ass up. Remember, when he comes to the goddamn UN, that's like going to a church and they try to get you. You're supposed to be like sacred ground. They can't come to the UN and disrespect international law. Diplomatic community. Going out the window if they do that, and then shit. Immigrants mess. My friend works at an apartment complex where Uzbeks will be evicted for their contract ending. Deported 2 days later, be back with the 3 more. Wow. No, Africans are the original Jews. The Lemba, the Falasha, the Igbo, the Yoruba, Bantus. Kamalama, what's going on? Israel is a bullshit apartheid state based on Jewish supremacy. They view everyone else as cattle and animals to be slaughtered. The government, anyway, I can't speak for the people, but guess what? The government is not really a functioning Hebrew that going by the kosher shit and all that. That's different. Judaism just so happened to be the religion that they accept as the national religion. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them is not practicing Jews. Tahoe, you say F them. That's what it is. Smash that like. 14 of y'all in here, man. Let's get them likes up. Get this conversation held. Rest in peace, Austin. Don't forget Carmelo. Hold your head, little bro. And was Nolan wronged? Did something happen to Nolan? You know what I'm saying? That's all I got to say about it. But you know what I mean? We losing a lot of our young men on both sides of the color spectrum. On all sides of the color spectrum. Let's not forget Joe Ramirez and the Casey Allison situation. It's just so much going on right now, man. No, seemingly, Wyatt is taking out Nolan, and Carmelo's taking out Austin, and Alec Kaysen is taking out Joe, in which all of them are still just young men. That's the thing that they have in common. All of them on the, you know what I mean? Yeah, the UN and all that stuff, man. Cameron, Israel is discussing that people believe. Okay, what you doing in the garden, Lori? And you have a blessed day too. What you doing in the garden today? Are you a content creator, Lori? Because you can drop some links to your garden if you wanted to throw you a garden party. Let me see here. Oh no. And salute Lori for always coming through, and your Lori Parks, you'll greatly appreciate it, man. For your opinion, it's greatly appreciated over here. You're always participating as an American, man. Man, a lot of Israelis are Palestinian, dude. Rage, what's going on? What's going on? Smash that like. 8 of y'all in here, man. Let's get them likes past 50 real quick. It's mostly just radical right wing Israelis, which unfortunately does make up a big part of the population. Right. But there's also Orthodox, unorthodox. There are Muslims there. There are Greek Orthodox. There are Russian. There's a whole contingent of Russian Jews there. Ukrainian Jews. Um, it's all kind of people it's people like gypsies. All kind of people that are encompassing Israel under the banner. Judaism is not the main thing that Israel is focused on. Oh yeah. You are better start gardening with all those recalls on vegetables, all types of foods, and meat, etc. Gardening is not hard to do. There's much information about gardening methods. Lori Park, I challenge you to do a gardening channel then. Let's get us up on it. Get up us on it. Go do 10 shorts on the benefits of gardening and show off some of your prize work. I challenge you to that as an American. Go do 10 and come back with the link, family. Even if you don't go do it, still come back, Lori. You know what I mean? But I'm telling you, that's a good conversation right there. Not all men, but just 5 out of 8 would assault you. You doesn't seem to be a majority of a lot of people because of math. Say Chucky total crazy Gator. Hey, Daniel Price. Daniel said, you know why there's so many recalls? Because DIT-ish removed funding and protections for the agencies that were supposed to be doing oversight. Maybe the people that was making sure the food was clean ain't working no more because they sending all of them home. So the production is being bare minimum and, you know what I mean, it's falling. Peace, 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 Bag Talk Media. What's going on, family? How's your day, man? What's up with you, Bag Talk? I'm just politicking. Yeah, exactly. You were making a generalization. Hey, yo, Daniel Price. See what I'm saying? I know you got to be from another country to be talking like that, fam. You fucking up the vibe. You're fired, you know what I mean? This ain't your personal platform to just talk shit to people, dog. Especially if it ain't even talking about what the issue is, Daniel Price. The first thing you gotta learn being a dope MC is to be a gracious dope MC, you know what I mean? Move with humbleness, man. All that, you know what I mean? The numbnuts in charge of the FDA are more interested in roadkill than your health. Right. Salute, fam. Nah, because we politic over here. If it's not about the politician to disrespect somebody else, it's, you know what I mean? Disrespect the politics, not my peoples. That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying, Godfather? You can make a general, yeah, see what I'm saying? It's all good. But you know what I mean? That's what I say about it. Anybody can have any views on anything, but when you weaponize it, that takes the American out of it. That you're not an American when you weaponize it. You know what I mean? You're somebody just weak and a weaponizer. Smash that like, will a one-party system work? That's what we talking about. Some people are just miserable too, and sometimes a one bad apple can spoil the whole bunch. You know what I mean? I would rather have the bad than be stuck in a room with Daniel. Could be one of those 5 out of 8. Right. Could be just some miserable old guy on the internet that wanted to disrespect, and we don't have to accept it. I mean, I hope people are seeing that this re-edition of leaders are intentionally trying to fail our nation, so we paid them to do so. Right. Well, we need a new regimen. We need some new leaders, and I'm telling you, out of these new leaders, 95% of them are going to be Democratic Socialists because they have amassed a war chest. They also encompass a lot of people like the Democratic Party. Everybody that's Democratic Socialist under the banner is not Democratic Socialist. God damn. Gatlinburg. What's Gatlinburg at? Is that Tennessee or Kentucky? Right, because that ain't what he came for, Seven Gator. If he would have came for your husband, he would have been goddamn gone salmon. What's also is interesting, if you want to take it outside of the Bible, when you deal with Moses, you have to look at the guy, the leader of Egypt that they called, they called them pharaohs, but that ain't what they even called themselves. Tutmosis. Tutmosis came and instituted the coming of the Aten, as well as Akhenaten. He also pushed the Aten, the one God, monotheism. And Tutmosis, remember they said Moses lived among the pharaohs, and you know that the pharaohs always copied down their leaders. Tutmosis and Akhenaten are linked to the Moses story too. But y'all know that when they say Moses was like Martin Luther King, he never got to the promised land with the people. When they got to the promised land and ate the manna and all that, Moses wasn't with them. Did y'all realize that? And also, before they invented the Jesus Christ factor, I say that Moses was the most dominant figure in the Abrahamic religion because he did the most. He battled the pharaohs and they sorcerers with the snakes and the staff. He talked to the burning bush. You know what I mean? He did so much, and then he got him out of there. Crossed you know what I mean? Parted the sea to get him. You know what I mean? Probably a black bear, not a grizzly. Okay. Ian says, I don't know if a one-party system could work. I feel like it would be a boom or bust situation, like either breaks the mold or change societal voting and it crushes it. But that's what I'm saying. It should be everybody in their own group who would like say me and you ran in. It would be me, you, and whatever machine we had behind us, not being linked to any party. Just, you know what I mean? I'm a politician. This is my agenda. You know what I'm saying? Project 2028. I'm pushing this. Is, you know what I mean? The Black and Ian party. You know what I mean? And that is the Black and Ian coalition. You know, we're going to run for this particular job in politics. Be the senator of from Loudoun County and everything around it. Man, we had bear sightings in the suburbs and in the urban sprawl that I live in. Bear sightings, foxes, deer, all kind of shit. What's up, Akeem? Chilling, fam. What you got going on today, Akeem? Shout out Akeem Page. I think MAGA should be a fourth party with Trump party. I think MAGA is already a party. It's not a real factor, but it is a factor. MAGA has already branched off from the Republicans. And the question is, can MAGA survive without Trump? I think it's already a party because it's everybody says it's an ideology. Nah, MAGA is functioning because there's so many different variants of it and people that are involved in it. I mean, but if y'all can't see it, I keep telling y'all, Donald Trump is not the president right now. He is the commander in chief because he does military moves. He don't do shit for the people, good or bad. He's leaving us alone. Everything he doing for the people, he's sending the feds to get you for fraud and all this kind of other shit, and then he'll commit fraud. Ain't that crazy? He'll send the feds to get your ass and do the same shit you did with, just like they did to do with Napster. Remember Napster? They arrested him for doing that shit, and then they put him to work. You know what I'm saying? Ain't that crazy? They did Dapper Dan like that also. Dapper Dan bootleg Gucci. Then the next thing you know, he worked for Gucci after he get out the feds. What the? Come on, man. Donald Trump is not the president right now. He is the commander in chief. He more likely to talk to the Joint Chiefs of Staffs as opposed to anybody in Congress or Senate on a daily basis. He getting briefed by the military. The military running the country. We up under a military junta, and we don't even know it because we too busy fussing about who's a Democrat and who's a communist and all that shit. And that's just my opinion. Look at the variance of what Donald Trump's doing. He ain't doing shit in America. And he ain't doing shit with American money. He's doing shit with the military industrial complex money. Smash that like, y'all. Space, that's what's going on. Right, because Donald Trump, they done used it all up. They doing the Vietnam War. Does JD get the nod? I would say JD Vance. I would say JD Vance. Or if not, Donald Trump Jr. for MAGA. Because the normal president ain't coming back. The normal president, but Cuba ain't got but 300 of those drones. Last time I heard them talking about it, but the normal president guy is not coming back. The normal Democrat, Republican president, he's not coming back. We're officially into the age of corporation America, the United States American Corporation. And everybody that gets in power, and from the next 1,000 years, is going to be a CEO style person. So maybe Gavin Newsom, because he seemed like he'll easily assimilate into being a good liar. If he lied, how they say he lied in California, maybe Gavin Newsom, man. But what's the new email? Daniel is terrible. Some people be pressed like that. But no, Seven Gator, that's Jonathan then, because Jonathan has been in here on his Jonathan, man. Shout out Jonathan. It's Jonathan. Remember, you see how casual he was talking? Yeah, that was Jonathan. He got mental issues. See how he talks to us like he know you and shit. Like, wow. Daniel Price, whichever one of you, look at this shit. See what I'm saying? Daniel Price, you know what? I did it. You're fired, homie. You coming in here with all these crazy. You gotta go sit down, man. This ain't your free play area, dude. Vance is too much under Trump. That is why I say Rubio. Rubio is under Trump. I say Vance is just trying to get the feel of the executive position. Because just like it used to be, if a Republican won, it would be a Democratic vice president. So now MAGA won, and they got the Republicans. Vance is there, like how they go send a kid when you dealing with royalty. You send one of your kids, I send one of my kids, and it's in honor of our agreement. I might raise your kid, you might raise my kid. That type of shit. He's the Republican that's hanging around, making sure, hey, we got you in there, we help you. You know what I mean? I think he might be a good candidate. Because anything else is going to smell of setup. Anybody else, like one of these obscure politicians or somebody that's not even, but it'll happen. And I think it might happen. This could probably be somebody that ain't got nothing to do with politics that's about to be the president. Sort of like how Donald Trump came out of nowhere. And now all we think about him is politics. But you know that Donald Trump ain't a politician. He's an entrepreneur, entertainer. China recently called Iran a strategic partner and ally. They became untouchable space when the United States ain't knocked them off yet. and went over there and got there going pledge allegiance to the flag. You understand? That's when they became a problem, and it's also a valuable propaganda tool for all the other countries all over the world that seemingly didn't want to romp with the United States. Now they'll just get the same thing Iran has, and maybe they can do the same thing. Why y'all don't want Kamala, man? Kamala's all right. She has the most experience right now on current events and stuff, besides J.D. Vance, being that she was just vice president. Anybody up any color Russell? But Russell, ain't you in Bristol, England somewhere? Space does. Oh yeah, Iran is allies with all the nuclear weapon owners around the globe. What the fuck is America even doing? They're doing what the military want them to do. You know Trump would not be making all these moves if his sole backing was Congress and the Senate. You notice that the Senate never declared war, the Congress never declared war, but they went to war because Trump is down with the military industrial complex, y'all. They don't even need to get the nuke. As long as their homeboy got it, they're good. Do y'all understand that? In the streets, everybody don't have to carry a gun. But back in the day, they didn't. Now, a lot of people, even these young kids, they exercising their right to do it. But back in the day, everybody ain't carry a gun. I mean, because your homeboy had one. You say your prediction is Rubio and Scott, okay, and Newsom and AOC. If AOC and Newsom, we're gonna lose. They're gonna lose. I mean, I'm not a Democrat. I think it'll be J.D. Vance and Rubio, or maybe even J.D. Vance and Byron Donaldson. Or Mike Pence might throw his hat in the ring. You never know. But I know Gavin Newsom and Mike Pence and Gavin Newsom might be a motherfucking banger too. Mike Pence go Republican, go Democrat on their ass. Yeah, a weak military government. Because it seems that they can't implement shit. What the fuck happened? Man, South Africa got nuclear weapons. I don't think a Democrat should run a woman, not to be sexist, but they lost twice running a woman. Logical assessments, what's going on with you? What's up? We talking about would a one-party system work, or, I mean, smash that like y'all, share me out. In 4 months, we got to pay that debt. What you think's gonna happen, John? Space does. And what's your opinion on that? Why don't you think a woman can win? And see, Space does. That's the type of topics you should be having on your titles that you created. Why can't a woman win? That's something that it's called a hook on that Discord. I get over there in politics with Space Dust on Discord too. Once we get to like 50 people over there, Space Dust gonna do a guitar concert. A woman lost on purpose. She was supposed to lose. You know all this shit is written. She was supposed to lose. She was not supposed to win. Why are y'all thinking that all of this is by chance? Nothing is by chance dealing with politics, man. Data and analytics were created 20 years before anything ever came out of what happened with the Kamala stuff. Okay, so y'all get over there and check out the Discord. They Nightbot dropping the link, fam. And that's so true, logical. But the one thing that'll stop her is that a lot of men are not ready to be the executive to be a woman. Man, I think Congress will ask for an extension, make foreign countries. Remember, foreign investors have invested here. Shit, 70% of our investors are foreign. The dollar is 70% foreign interest, fam. Y'all are aware of that, right? So where does the government and the people split it? We probably 1% in it in the government. You know what I'm saying? If y'all can understand how the dollar works. Smash that like, share me out, fam. Kamala Harris can win space dust. We just got to put up our male chauvinistic ways and look at it that she's, I mean, nah, Oprah never could win because Oprah is just an entertainer. She never crossed over into really being a valuable source of, I mean, that we can depend on. She often teetered on the cusp of the black community. I say she plenty propaganda. She know that's like, what's his name that did the root stuff? Alex Haley. You know what I mean? Oprah was just the one that they pushed past the glass ceiling. She did nothing for the people but exploit them. Everything she did was money ventures. And you'll see it now. You'll be watching TV and Oprah will come on her like an infomercial. The next thing you know, you don't watch the whole Oprah infomercial and you didn't Google it. And you know, I think that y'all haven't seen that shit with Oprah in the phone and the little green microphone and shit? Hell nah. Oprah done paid goddamn go Google goddamn ads to make her whole webisode a goddamn commercial. No space does. She didn't lose to Satan. Have you read it? The doja that the Biden administration planned for Kamala to lose. She was just a scapegoat so that Biden would not go out with a loss under his belt when he retired. You understand what I'm saying? It was all a setup. They didn't want Kamala to lose. They wanted her to take Joe Biden's fade. That's all. She was. It wasn't because nobody was gearing up for Kamala to win. Nobody, not even the people that voted for her, because they knew it. No, they just wanted to be in defiance of Donald Trump. It was a whole setup. Donald Trump got found guilty of a whole felony and became the president, like right in front of everybody. Like, huh? And that's crazy. It's like, come on, man. It was written. They was like, fuck that felony. We got something to do. And he's the president. We don't need Kamala right now. Maybe they'll need Kamala if the one thing that they don't have that we don't have in America is a lot of women billionaires on the forefront, and they're not scions or not these prissy housewives that are speaking. We need some women billionaires to speak out. Like the men billionaires do. We don't have not one woman billionaire that, you know what I mean, is like she's talking that shit. Like you have a Peter Thiel, his name be popping. He just got married him and his husband, they moved to South America. Stuff like that. I mean, we ain't got women don't have nothing going on. Our mind states, I mean, what's going on? Obi-Wan Kenobi. Cheers, Luke. The Force. Smash that like, y'all. And I know that Star Wars is my favorite movie of all times. It's Star Wars, the original Star Wars. But all the spin-offs my shit, but Star Wars is my shit. Harris couldn't even win the primaries. She went out on the first. But now she's coming back more experienced, Godfather. Y'all got to think. The Donald Trump that was doing all the hotel shit in the yacht club and all that is not the Donald Trump that's in office right now. As well, you know what I mean? As well as the Kamala Harris that was the Kamala Harris of the old. She has since been seasoned and strengthened with knowing how the executive office works because she been there. Y'all are forgetting that. Y'all keep judging this lady with no progress. She just was the vice president of the United States. She know what's going on, fam. I would say if Nat can win it, she's a candidate. She is a candidate though. Yeah, it's a Doja. You ain't seen that Doja about they did a investigation on that shit on the Democratic Party. They did. Hold on, I'm gonna get a link to it because I'm serious. Yeah, I ain't just threw that at you. Man, you know what I mean? All those presidents lost a bunch of money. See what I'm saying? Y'all can't think. Now, one thing viable to say about this lady. Look, she lost millions of tax dollars, gave a Canadian company all the money. They kept it and felt. All of those presidents give a bunch of money up. Y'all say Barack gave Iran 1.7, but Trump was just willing to give them 400 million. 400 billion, matter of fact. Obama gave them 1.7 billion. Trump is willing to give these people $300 billion of your money. And Obama gave them their money back. Y'all got to know politics and just stop. Hey, yo, what about that speech Joe Biden gave the other day, like 2 weeks ago? Who? Did y'all hear that? I got it, so I'm going to play it. Listen to this shit and tell me if Joe Biden's right or wrong. Let's see here. Joe Biden spent game on that shit, in my opinion. Whoever wrote this speech for Joe Biden, kudos. Hats off to him.
Middle class built this country.
Check this out.
Labor built the middle class. Look, it's not just his deliberate distortion and destruction of NATO, and it's choosing Putin as an American ally, or the fact that he's diminished our standing in the eyes of the world more than any president.
Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear what Joe Biden said? Listen to this shit. Let me run it back.
Built the middle class. Look, it's not just his deliberate distortion and destruction of NATO.
Destruction of NATO.
Over American allies.
Well, fuck NATO.
Or the fact that he's diminished our standing in the eyes of the world more than any president in history has.
Wow.
It's not just his vanity projects, tearing down the east wing of the White House, making room for his ballroom, putting his name on the Kennedy Center, building an arch in his own honor, even hiring his own pool guy to fix the reflecting pool. Whoa, what a loser.
Wow. Wow, y'all hear that? They said Donald Trump hired this old pool guy to fix that joint. Let's run that back one more time.
Look, folks.
Y'all gotta listen to Joe Biden, man, on this one. His speechwriter did this thing. Listen to this crazy shit.
Middle class built this country, and labor built the middle class.
Nah, NATO suck, man. They bunch of piggyback riders.
His deliberate distortion and destruction of NATO, and he's choosing Putin as an American ally, or the fact that he's diminished our standing in the eyes of the world more than any president in history has. It's not just his vanity projects, tearing down the east wing of the White House, making room for his ballroom.
Can y'all hear this? Give me a thumbs up if you can hear this.
Center. Building an arch in his own honor. Even hiring his own pool guy to fix the reflecting pool.
I know.
Whoa, what a loser.
Whoever wrote this speech, though, did a good job. Okay.
Look, folks. No, folks, it's not just that. Reflecting pool reflects something even worse than the narcissism and incompetence at the core of this administration. It's the corruption. The corruption. The brazen, blatant corruption. Corruption on a scale never seen before in American history in any administration. Trump has made billions of dollars as he returned to the White House. Simply stunning to me.
Man, this shit look like a hologram, though.
He has no shame. Frankly, it's embarrassing for the country. But Trump Trump could care less. Making money off the presidency is one of the reasons he wants to be president. But you know what? It's not even the corruption and the money that makes me the most angry. What makes me angry is Trump wants to give taxpayers money, your money, to the January 6th insurrectionists.
Wow.
Well, that's what he wants to do. People who stormed the Capitol, attacked the police, and tried to execute his own vice president. My God. People don't deserve to be compensated. They deserve to be put in jail for a long, long, long time.
Hey, y'all think this the Biden clone? Cause this shit is like AI for real.
The young people in this room
Just speaking
are
that up.
trying to make sense of all of this bubbling and unfolding around you. I get it. I really do. We've faced dark, difficult times before. If there's one thing I know about the American people, they never give up, and we can't give up now. This is not about, there's no quit in this country. There's no quit in you.
Right, Joe.
Folks, your governor here in Maryland is the real deal. Oh, he is. We should live by the lessons his grandparents taught him. They said, have faith, not fear. Have faith, not fear. Folks, this is just another way of saying what my dad used to tell me as a kid growing up. When something happened, he said, Joey, look at me. Look
Why?
at me. Get up, pal. Get up, Joey. Get up. So to all you who love our country, my message to you is nice, straightforward, and simple. It's time to get up, damn it. Get up. Get up now. And continue this fight.
Hunter Biden said he'll vote for Gavin Newsom.
My fellow Democrats, in this 250th year of our founding, let's get back up.
Let's get back up, y'all.
The country we know we can be. Fair, equal, honest, decent. A country where we give hate no safe harbor. A land where we treat everyone with dignity and respect. A nation that's a beacon, a shining beacon to the rest of the world as we've been. Folks, I guarantee we can do this.
Let's do it.
And we will. We just need to remember who the hell we are. We're the United States of America. There's really nothing beyond our capacity if we act together. So let's get up and fight back, God darn it. Thank you all. God bless you. And may God bless the United States of America. May God protect our troops. We can do this. We can do this. We must do it.
Salute.
I love you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Joe Biden did his thing on that speech, no doubt. As a fellow American, I like that speech, man. That was the dopest speech I heard from one of these politicians in years. Trump, all of his speeches are super obnoxious. Through it all, I understand what Joe Biden was saying. It was a method through his madness. Yeah, he dissed Trump because it is what it is. It's all out war. The gloves are off. They'll diss him. But in his dissing Trump, he did have a message. America, we need to get back together. We need to stand up and fight. You know what I mean? That's what we need to be looking at. We so caught up in who we like and don't like and calling them those little pet names we have from them when it send a direct message. You know what I'm saying? Smash that like. Yeah, it was a scripted message. Because, Joe Biden is just like Donald Trump. They're incapacitated in their thinking. But whoever wrote that message, the point that they was trying to prove that we Americans and we need to get back to it. See, don't got there going, look at the message. Try to analyze the message. It's all in the wording. Joe Biden was sending a message from, the powers that be. Look, y'all, let's get back to it. But y'all can't see that because you won't delineate just something that he's saying to all Americans. If you don't like him, you don't want to hear it. And if you like him, you'll feel like he's just talking to you. and that all Americans. In Ohio, I can't get an abortion. You discover your between. Okay. Wow. Okay, yeah, Space Dust got a Discord. We got Tiffany Chanel in Ohio too. Well, so the company are get over there and join the discourse. Healthcare isn't a human right. No, healthcare is not a human right. Wow. We got another one. Jonathan, just keep coming in here. How many of those Gmails do you have, Jonathan? Like, God damn it, you in the Gmail, the troll Gmail account club where you just go pick one every time we boot you out of here, Jonathan. Oh, Jonathan, and my what's that guy? What's the white boy name? He from Britain. Oh, behave, Jonathan. What's his name? In my what's his name, y'all? Everybody, Jonathan. Oh, behave. Come on, man, with the bullshit, man. That's depending on what you consider civilized. Space Dust. A lot of times, I thought every country that had the healthcare and all that was socialist. I know a great deal of socialist-backed countries have it. And then healthcare could be just band-aids and aspirin. A lot of times, what's the budget for their healthcare with all this free healthcare they have? It could be just band-aids and aspirin. Just because they say it's free healthcare, you got to look at what quality are they providing. You see what I'm saying? That one guy in here. That's funny. I can hear you saying that shit. You text that crazy shit. You're sick in the head. Come on, man. Stop it, Jonathan. What countries? Shit. I told you, all the countries with the free healthcare could be a band-aid and an aspirin. That's because they say it's free healthcare. You got to look at what are they providing. See, yeah, he back. Right, it is. He making me laugh too. My stomach hurting. Wow. Yeah, free healthcare don't mean nothing because then you got to go look at what quality are they providing. You know what I'm saying? Smash that like y'all. Share me out. Smash that like y'all. Share me out, man. What's going on with y'all today? Nothing is free. Somewhere, somewhere else is exactly Godfather. Exactly. And I don't see why so many people don't want nobody else to get nothing for free, but they want everything for free. Ain't that crazy? The same people that don't want people to get government subsidies, they want to get this free healthcare. Sick of these religious zealots trying to force women to have babies. Wow, that's religious zealots. Oh yeah, that's what I do. I just chill, fam. Have y'all got over there and check out the discourse? We got the link. Is in the Nightbot drop of the link, man. Get over there and show that support. But listen to that. Refugees, hence that we brought them over here under probably a like political refugees, refugees trying to escape gang violence or religious. You know what I'm saying? That's a different than illegal aliens, dude. You do realize that a refugee, it's all in the wording. A refugee is something more likely that the government is saving them from something, being that they're refugees, okay, from a war. economic, I mean, urban sprawl might be overtaken and the government might be manifest destiny. They got to move out, and the United States is benefited somehow off of it, so they'll move the people to the United States. You know what I mean? You got to look at the wording, man. Name three Arabs, three kind of Arabs. Let me see if you do really know what an Arab is. We will say anybody that's brown, that's an Arab. Very few Arabs are here. You do realize that, right? Very few people here are Arabs. There's a bunch of Hindu, Pakistani, Iranians, Iraqis. I mean, Arabs are from the Saudi Arabian Peninsula. Y'all are aware of that, right? There's a few Yemen, and very few people from Saudi Arabia or the United Arab Emirates are here. The military don't get free stuff. Best believe that. What you mean? Can you explain the military gets free stuff? Because the military makes money. The military industrial complex is one of the number one money makers on the planet right now. Because sometimes y'all don't know Arab from a Hindu or Indian from a Sikh, a Hindu from a Sikh. Y'all are just claim all of them. You know what I mean? I've actually been proven medically normal. Yeah, it should be available at little cost, but it shouldn't be free because shit, ain't that American? That's the American way. I don't want them to take the capitalism out of the being American. We need to take better care of our veterans than people that got here with their fucking hand out. Godfather, and that is for real, fam. We need to. They should be one of the first people to get free health care, housing, mental, you know what I mean, therapy, and anything that they need. A veteran, somebody that was on the front line, because in their experience and in them protecting the country, that's a debt that's owed. Yo, you looked out, we gonna look out. And that's, you know what I mean, that's what I'd say too. The veterans should be having everything for free. Smash that like. Y'all having an interesting conversation in that chat too. Wow, I ain't gonna be, speaking on it because I have very little knowledge on it or opinion. But you know what I mean? Politic on, man. That's what it is. That's how we're gonna get this whole situation as solving what's going on with America. That's how we're gonna solve it with politicking, conversating. Smash that like. Rest in peace, Austin. Don't forget Carmelo. Hold your head, family. Was Nolan wronged? Let's not forget none of these young men, fam. We have a problem with our youth today, no matter what color it is. Let's turn the news on. That shit coming off flavors now. I mean, youthful crime and no guidance. Smash that like, man. Yeah, y'all get over there and check out the discourse. What's the last book y'all read, man? Remember, actions have consequences. Salute, Godfather. And you know what's so crazy? Space Dust, you in Ohio, right? And Seven Gator is in Ohio. This is like, Ohio is a swing state, ain't it? Where a lot of these decisions are decided by their constituents. This will be a hell of a discussion on, a back and forth. Rapport. I'm gonna start going live on StreamYard so I can drop the link so y'all can come up and give y'all 1-2s on this stuff. This will be a dope conversation. What y'all think? because both of y'all are in Ohio. So and also one is a woman and one is a man. So that would be a dope conversation, man. Wow, Gator. That's what it is, fam. You lived your life, homie. I can't hate on you for it. You lived your life. And all of that experience. What was the learned lesson from that, Gator? From what happened to you when you was 17? What was the learned lesson from that, sis? Drop some game on us. Smash that like, y'all. Share me out. 10 of y'all in here, man. Double tap that stream, man. Double tap. Ooh, I hear laughter in the rain. Y'all remember that joke there? Smash that like, y'all. Share me out. Galen, in these days and times, if you're not trying to have a family, don't have unprotected sex. Make sure you set up the necessary precautions. And even not just having a family, if you're not trying to probably infect yourself with any of these myriad diseases that's floating around here, protect yourself, arm yourself is the first defense. No matter what the other person that's engaging in the sexual intercourse, arm yourself first and foremost, all of y'all, especially amongst strangers. If you know what I mean, you still out there, you know what I mean, doing whatever you do, or even just you just never know. Make sure that you always protect yourself. You know what I'm saying? He was your military boyfriend. Oh God, where is he at right now, Gator? But that ain't. But that's not the reason that Tylenol costs $20 in um the Walgreens. Tylenol costs $20 in Walgreens because it takes $5 to make $1 these days. The dollar sucks, so don't blame that. I mean, it all ties in together. You know what I mean? The dollar's weak. That's why the Tylenol's so high. Remember that new birth control first came out around? It used to be. Remember they was putting it in the ladies' arms. Well, in the hood, I think they was testing out that out on people in the hood, but they was putting the birth control thing in their arm. Elizabeth, what's going on? Oh, that ex-boyfriend is dead, not military related. Cocaine episode, and he lost his mind. And god damn, shot himself. I really dodged a bullet there. Damn right. And funeral costs. He tried to kill his wife and kid. Wow. What state was he in? Yeah, you dodged a bullet, Gator. Wow. But do you think that with your interaction, his life would have been different? Because remember the data and analytics, and the reason being that he did all of that was because the outcome of him marrying that lady and having the kid. Do you think y'all would have had the same results? You might have had. You might have been the change because remember, if you would have married him, it would have been a different situation. You feel me? But shit, you dodged the bullet. Real life shit in here now. Got to go. Catch you later. That's what it is, Godfather. What you about to get into, fam? Ride your motorcycle. Which party is in control of all three branches of government at this very moment? That the dollar is weak. Well, guess what? None of those parties are in charge of any thing that has anything to do with the dollar. The military industrial complex does, because you see how they're playing with the dollar with the fluctuation of 43 gallons of oil. Somebody tell me, what is 43 gallons of oil got to do with anything? You see what I'm saying? Anything surrounding plastics or anything that's made with plastic or anything petroleum based is all dependent on what's going on right now. That's why the dollar is weak, dude. Well, Republicans ain't doing shit, and whatever they doing ain't got nothing to do with why the dollar's fucked over. It's everything that Donald Trump and the military industrial complex is doing. Right. Well, shit, that'll always scare them. Real life always scares people because we so used to regurgitating stuff on the internet. When they are faced with a real life issue, Donald Trump is MAGA. He came to the presidency under Republican. You know that he didn't pay in to be Republican, nor did he pay in to be Democrats, because you don't have to pay to be any of that. It's just who you say you represent. He's not a Republican. He doesn't have not one Republican agenda in mind. He's straight MAGA. There's 19 of y'all don't like this. Can we get the rest of y'all to double tap the screen to get them likes way past 19? Let's get them up, fam. Double tap the screen. Tap, tap, tap. Depending on what device you want, fam. Well, the parallel universe, you could have made a difference, Seven Gator. You could have gave him the love that he needed, and then maybe he could have became a, you know what I mean, an officer in the military and a gentleman, and y'all could have did the first tour in Düsseldorf, and then y'all went over to the Asian. You just never know, Gator, because it would have been different down in the analytics. The chemistry that he would have been around would have been a different mixture of lifestyle alchemy. Smash that like when you would have been involved. Maybe his wife was a drunkard. Maybe she led him to it. You know what I mean? You just never know the variance in it. What made him this psychopathic, you know what I mean? Maybe just his dad was a bruiser though. I was honestly waiting for the pen to drop. He was bruising his own dad. Okay, as you go more in depth on it, Gator, I get it now. I got it. You just say it. He was a monster, and you're glad he's gone. That's why he's gone. I got you, sis. He was a monster. You're glad he gone. That's why he go, man. That's crazy. Oh man, smash that like, y'all. Share me out. Rest up, Austin. Don't forget. And Carmelo might be going back to court next month. I heard in August. Sunday is chores day for me, and there are a lot. I gotta go, man. Okay, that's what it is. Space Dust. Enjoy the rest of your day, family. Hey, Seven Gator, did you get over there and check Space Dust out on the Discords? Told y'all, I'm looking at 50 people, man, making a show. But Space Dust say if a few of y'all pop in over there, he might break the base out. He could have been redeemed by his dad. Forcing him. Damn. So what branch of the military was he in? Okay. He wish he had healed. Okay. Yeah, Nightbot dropping the link, and if you don't see the link, just Google the Black Money Corp. Black Money Corp. You'll see the logo. And South America probably already got nuclear capabilities. That's why we put so much money And so what was that country that we just put money to in South America? Was it Peru? No, Argentina won it. That's why. Okay, the Navy. Okay. Okay, that's what it is. Salute. So, out of one bad decision, force you to make a good one. Smash that like. Ten of y'all in here, man. Let's get them likes up, man. Trump versus Obama. Will one party system work? Will the one party system work, y'all? Any country that has an ally with nuclear weapons has nuclear capabilities. Right, Gator. Because all they got to do is say, yo, that's the bargaining chip. That's why China's taking so long with snatching Taiwan back to the bosom, because they're all the same. Because the United States got nuclear weapons. You see what I'm saying? And they're associated with Taiwan. And y'all think they got nuclear weapons in South Africa and the United States don't have nuclear weapons in South America? You better bet they do. That's why you never hear like these foreign countries in South America talking shit about America, but America will go talk shit about them and also take them over, because they know that's like satellite corporations that without me, you would, you know what I mean? Because without the Americans, without the United States, a lot of these countries will be fish food. They're being infiltrated by these other colonizers. But as a whole, nobody's noticed that America is colonizing North and South America like a motherfucker. I don't think we should even with nuke Israel. Maybe we should restructure it. Either is it religious for its being the home of the original Hebrew people and the people of the book, or is it going to be this military style? This is what happens when you fuck with the Jews type of shit. Like, I just think it should be restructured. Because if you nuke them, then they'll be opening up the door to nuke somebody else for just, people's personal whims. Nuke them. Okay, now we'll just nuke them like they just did. You know what I mean? You know how Finesse 2 Times says it's cool when they do it, but when I do it, they got a problem. You know what I mean? It's the same shit. But guess what? We're not looking at. America is getting Asianized. We're more likely to deal with the people on the other side of the Pacific as opposed to the Atlantic, because the people on the other side of the Atlantic, they don't have anything. Now, there ain't one thing that's in Europe that y'all want to go to Europe besides Wiener Schnitzel, original, maybe run across some Bavarian beer, but they drinking Anheuser-Busch in Germany now. But, there's nothing that Europe has that's like, damn, they getting money. All the money they was getting was off the backs of all of these formerly colonized countries. Even China was colonized by the United Kingdom. Look at Hong Kong and all this other stuff that was going on. But I mean, Europe got a bed bug problem too. TMB, what's up with you? What's up with you, fam? I'm sitting here politicking. Rest in peace, Austin. Don't forget Carmelo. Hold your head, family. Was Nolan wronged? I mean, even if he died, they ran and got scared. Even at the base level with the Nolan Ware situation, if he just died and you got scared and you didn't speak on it, you still, failed Nolan. Yeah, Google that shit. Paris, London, all the motherfuckers got a bed bug infestation. When they just had that Olympic shit in Paris, I was like, oh my God. They about to fuck the ecosystem up in the world, because all these people are coming from all around the world, and they're going to take them motherfucking wee bonjour bed bugs back home with them, man. Like, oh shit. Shit, you'll be lost if you're in Paris. They said they train system, all of that shit. They said they hold that whole, because that's an old city, man. That whole shit is infested with bed bugs, man. TMB, man, what's going on with your family? Trump versus Obama. When one party system worked, who divided America? Any of y'all in here, let's get it popping, man. Nolan Wells was the one who died on July 4th, right? Yep. This shit is super sketchy. Poor kid was killed for sure. But even if he wasn't killed, if he died and they got scared because they was drinking alcohol, and the adult probably say, "Oh shit," because you know the kids they gonna do whatever because they shook. They don't want to go to the penitentiary. But even so, the first thing we need to find out is who gave all of those kids alcohol. Whether they went to a store, we need to find out the store, or whether an adult that was among them on that vacation day gave it to them. We need to find out that. You know what I mean? And that's who would be negligence first and foremost. And then we have to find out if he died by demise or at his own hands being drunk, fucked over. They went back to check on him. They found him dead and got scared. It could be so many different things before we think of that he was murdered. He could have met his, you know what I mean? And then the people didn't know how to react. Because remember, these are nothing but some privileged kids. So they don't know how to act when they find a body or is a body involved or even killing somebody. None of them are killers until they kill someone. Other than that, before that, they were just kids and probably some parents that were probably super entitled. Now we have the variance of what really happened to this young man, Nolan Wells. The kids should be charged for lying about anything. They should be charged with that at least. But what are they lying about? Right, there was a video, but somebody said it wasn't him. But have y'all seen the interview with his friend? His friend gonna crack because he look like he on something more than goddamn liquor. His friend look old as shit too. That white boy, I don't see the correlation, but you know what I mean. Yeah, the autopsy report, the independent one, his throat or something was missing. There's a lot of voodoo shit. Hopefully he don't get swept under the rug with the conspiracy theory stuff. Sort of like that. What's that girl, Kanika Jenkins? That shit happened to the young girl. They never solved that shit because it was so much innuendo and possibilities of what might have happened. Hopefully this shit don't. And then again, hopefully with all the media attention and all this shit, it don't go out of the window that he was a human being, and as opposed to making him a monetized conversation, we really found out what happened to him. Because I hope Carmelo Anthony don't just become a monetized conversation either, fam. We can't forget these people. They still going through it, man. It's sort of like how one week we'll be, hey, save the Palestinians, and next week we'll be save the Ukrainians. You know what I mean? For a little while we was Black Lives Matter, not knowing all this money we donating to any of this shit is not really going to these people. It's going to whoever got the LLC to that company. Oh yep. And then they be one that over in Mexico, but that was some old setup shit. That was just creepy people. I mean, that was just creepy people. But it's weird that they did it. I don't think none of them got charged for it either, did they? Okay, what's going on, Tony? It was a young girl in my area that got killed on the tourist oceanfront, and she was even on Baddies or Bad Girl. She was on one of those reality shows, but she had some. But she got murdered in the same night that Pharrell Williams' cousin got murdered. But his cousin family got paid money, and they named the police force as the people that killed him. They never said who killed the young lady. And also that night, it was some other stuff happening. It was just a creepy night. Too. A lot of stuff like that be happening all over the country, man. They leaving the autopsy sealed. Who? Nolan Wells. Right, but no. They say the FBI's involved, and now Nancy Grace. Is Nancy Grace and what's the black dude name? Are they working together or something, man? Maybe so. Nah, he wasn't a minor. Would y'all consider this a murder or a civil rights case? Nah, he was over 18, yeah. But no, this like he done had 3 or 4 different autopsies. The initial autopsy, then the family did it independent, and I mean, because they dropped the ball by not getting on it in the beginning. Remember, they gave the people that knew any really what happened about him the chance to lawyer up, to make up all these crazy stories. They gave a chance for the conspiracy theories and everybody else with a hypothesis on what happened to muddle the, know what I mean, the evidence. They people took the boat and did whatever they did. You know what I'm saying? Instead of getting on it when he was first like, where's Nolan? Where's Nolan? Smash that light. Yeah, they say that one of the ladies was a judge that's involved. Maybe she was the one that brought him the alcohol. Somebody did. I think that should be the first person checked on, is whoever gave those kids alcohol. It is that he will go down in obscurity or infamy. Is one of the two, because it's going to be an infamous scandal if these people that have been benefited from privilege get sent to the penitentiary for killing this young black man. It's going to be more controversial than the Carmelo Anthony, because ain't y'all notice that they were so quick and easy to throw Carmelo away because it was cut and dry. He did kill dude, but you know what I mean. He gonna hold somebody's pocket. Now everybody is, you know what I mean, about these alleged guys that maybe if they had something to do with the demise of Nolan. I think it may be because is that what the secrecy is? Because on both sides there's a certain amount of, you know what I mean, the mama ain't really going full steam ahead, and the other side they is, you know what I mean. Maybe it might have been. I said that though. If you go back to my old content, like when it first happened, I said maybe it was a lover's quarrel. And logical assessments. Ain't you and Miss? Where you at, logical? But I said it might be a lover's quarrel because it's still that. Is nobody got that undertone of that they was. Know what I'm saying? Because neither one of them was considered to be a bully. So what's the common denominator? Why would they so? I mean, I think his friend about to crack though. The one that was on that interview, I think he about to crack. He looked like he was on some kind of drugs too. He just ain't look right, and he kept talking about everything besides what happened with the young man. Ain't that crazy? And we took the boat out, and and then the bilge, and like wow. But you know what? You got to remember, these are your typical teenagers. They don't have much substance anyway. No matter if you question them about, you know what I mean, what kind of job they want to work for this summer, or why they Nolan Wells turned up missing, they don't have a clue. So that's what we got to take in consideration too when we listen to these guys that are saying they were his friends and telling what happened. Remember, these are kids. These are these highly developed minds that masters that manipulation when somebody's questioning them and stuff. So we got to take all of this in consideration too. A crime of passion or possibly suicide. Okay, maybe a crime of passion being that they took the throat. There's something going on with his throat. So maybe a crime of passion. Smash that like, y'all. Share me out. Who is the guy saying he gonna leak what happened if the boys don't stop up soon? I think that's some guy there going some hype, because if he had anything, the feds know that he got it now. They're coming to take it from him. He's not gonna be able to leak it. The feds are going to go take it. So I think he's just talking. What would that girl have said to him on July 4th to make him want to drown himself? No, he had just met the girl, Seven Gator. We're saying maybe the guy, one of the young boys, they might have been in them athletes. Yeah, but the girl was just an excuse. Because if it really was a girl that was really holding enough weight to make it a substantial, maybe be a witness or even a suspect, we would know her name. This got to do with them young boys. and how, you know what I mean, their privilege might have botched up everything because they didn't just let justice take its course. They might have did something in the beginning with their privilege, like hid something or some key factors, and now that it will all implode on them. Maybe they didn't kill him. Maybe it was because drinking. You know what I'm saying? Or popping a pill, some fentanyl type of shit. It's something weird. But maybe they jumped the gun. Remember, like I said, these are kids and yuppie parents. Maybe they do work in the judicial system, but the judicial system is the rat race. You know what I'm saying? They don't have no street smarts. He could be arrested for just putting his mouth in this shit. Rambo, what's up? What's the new 911 audio clip, Rambo? Right, Gator, but that's what happens. His ass will end up in court. Smash that light. Right, that's what I was just looking for. Wow, Nolan Wells frantic plea during argument before he vanished. What the fuck? Damn, y'all see that New York Post jump? What was said, Rambo? Give me my freaking phone in an argument. Uh-oh. Now that's capital murder. If they killed him and they took his phone, take it from somebody that's dead. Wow, is that I haven't heard. Oh shit. Wow. Somebody dropped the link to that shit. Oh yeah, what's going on with Granny? Wow. What's going on? Somebody drop that link so we can hear that shit, man. Somebody drop that link. Wow. I'm late as fuck on the Nolan shit. Damn. What really happened in Nolan, y'all? That's crazy. He's dead. And all of this is on a phone conversation. Somebody dropped the link to that Nolan. That Nolan Wells new phone conversation. Let me see, can I find it? Wow, that's crazy. Damn, them folk. Somebody going to jail, man. Somebody knows something because, see, okay. Because there's too much going on that's coming out. Smash that like, y'all. I saw the white kid on Officer Tatum. That's supposed to be his best friend. He looked like he was on some kind of cocaine or something. Something ain't right with him. Blessings, Obi-Wan Kenobi. But yeah, something wrong right with dude, man. Somebody drop the link to it. I'm trying to locate it now. I keep getting sidetracked. You know, I'll see something fall down a rabbit hole of information. Chilling now. What's the question? What's going on, Ernesto? Why the war stopped, in your opinion? What war? The war hasn't stopped. Right, that Mitch McConnell shit crazy too, ain't it? Like, that's a conspiracy theory. That's crazy. Mitch McConnell, where the fuck is Mitch? Nancy Grace need to get on that. Because we know what happened to Nolan now. His friends. Smash that like, man. 12 of y'all in here, man. Let's get them likes up, man. Y'all think this gonna divide America? You think that's why they hired Mitch? Because he met both of them met their demise at the same hands of whoever? That's crazy. United States down and dirty. Mitch McConnell is on tour with Taylor Swift. Wow. Smash that like, y'all. Have they said anything about the people that died at the hands of the Iranian? The shit we going through with the Iranians, there's some soldiers. Have they said anything more about the soldiers? The unprepared mind. Okay. Mitch McConnell, man. Where is he? Where the hell is Mitch McConnell, yo? Youngblood in the chat said if y'all got any questions about oil and stuff, you can ask him. He's your huckleberry. But Nolan Wells seems like he gonna be the distraction of the new Nolan might become the new what's the guy name? George Floyd type of situation. Who was the boat driver? Who was the guy driving the boat?
How many adults on board?
There's 0 adults on board.
There's nobody on board the boat?
No. Nobody is here is over the age of 21.
Sir, that was a
Who is this
question.
drunk motherfucker?
Is there a person? Is there a person, a living individual on the boat?
Hey, we're at the west tip of Bourne, and our village pump stopped working. We're stinking. Can y'all please come? We have a membership.
All right, of course. How far is the water coming up, sir? Can you obstruction, ankles.
Somebody say, shut the fuck up.
Hello?
Hey,
Is the yes? How far is the water coming up, sir?
it's coming up. We're just thinking. I don't
But
know.
the iPhone picking up that shit.
All right. Well, let's get you going. Membership number or phone number listed on the account, sir.
I don't know the phone number. It's either Jerry Atkerson. I think it's Jerry Atkerson. Try that.
All right.
I know we have a membership like guaranteed.
So Jerry
All right.
Atkinson,
Well, let's see how the membership
one of these
number
kids
and
is
everything.
his
It's okay.
son.
I'll get you over to the captain. What's the best phone number to reach you at?
Reach me at
Shit, you don't need it. They don't need it.
All right.
The block
And
number. They
is
just said his
everybody
daddy
on board?
name.
Otherwise?
Yeah, everybody.
How many? All right. Do you need the United States Coast Guard?
What?
Do you need the United States Coast Guard?
No, we do not need that.
He said, what? No, we do not need that. Oh, shit.
Let me go look.
If not, I can send you a text message.
Wow.
North. Alright, are you ready?
Yes, sir. I'm available.
North 3 degrees. Box. 4672.
He sound plastered, too.
All right. 4672. All right. You were breaking up a little bit. Can you just repeat it one more time to make sure I have it correct?
Sorry, look. What?
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, what?
He said, yeah, what?
You're
Oh.
breaking up. If you need assistance, do you have a VHF radio?
No, we do not have VHF radio.
Wow, this
Okay,
is
well, let's try to
crazy.
get you going because you don't have good cell phone reception. Can you verify your coordinates one more time?
Okay, my coordinates are 30 degrees by 14.684 north, and then west by 88.
The caller sound drunk.
6.79.
Right, it looks like you're on Horn Island, correct? Are you
Yes,
on
you're
Horn
right,
Island?
GPS.
Alright, is the boat sinking or you have it aground?
We were thinking, yes.
Is it aground is the question?
No, we're not aground. We are in
Okay.
17 foot of water. We're in 31 foot of water.
31 foot of water.
And what do you want to do? Do you want to be towed back?
I want to get this boat unsank and towed back, yes.
Alright, where would you like it towed to, sir?
Been towed to Ocean Springs.
When I dredge,
Port Bayou on.
dragged on the wells into the water for a while.
Alright, how many adults and children on board?
No, there's no children.
So, is there anybody on board? How many adults, sir? That was the question. Hello, can you hear me?
I'm gonna jump in and pull the plug, Bart, while you're going.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Yep, I just need you to answer these questions so I can get you over to the captain.
Okay.
How many adults on board?
There's 0 adults on board.
There's nobody on board the
Smash
boat?
that like y'all shut me out.
Nobody here is over the age of 21.
Sir, that was not the question. Is there a person, a living individual on the boat?
Wow.
Hello?
Is there a living person, someone breathing on the boat? Is there anybody on the boat?
Yes, there's lots of people breathing on the boat.
Jeremy, you say MAGA's for
All right, how
white.
many people,
Why you say
sir?
that?
Like 7.
All right, thank you. Does everyone have life jackets on or available to them?
Yes, we have life jackets available.
All right. Verify what boat's sinking.
A Triton, 22 foot offshore, 22 foot Triton offshore sea flight hull.
All right. All right. Please hold. I'm transferring you to the local captain now.
Okay, thank you. This is Captain Seth.
Hi, Captain Seth. This is Vicky from International. How you doing today?
Doing good, how are you?
Good, good. I apologize ahead of time. I really do. You're going to have a fee for service come up under Jerry.
Okay.
It's on board on Horn Island. He's letting me know that his father's a member, but he can't give me any information. And he's saying the boat is sinking. And he's on Horn Island.
Who knows,
It's
Jeremy?
just unfortunate. He's just a kid. There's a lot going on. So
Right.
he said there's about a lot of people on board. He says he thinks about 7. I'm guessing they're all under 18.
Okay.
And I'm not trying to be rude. He wants you guys to go out there and unpump
That's a
the boat
topic too.
and
Y'all make
tow
sure
it in.
y'all come through when we discuss will MAGA survive without Trump. That's coming up. That's a topic that's coming up.
I tried
Smash that like, y'all. Share me out.
But that's all he can give me.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I just actually got off the phone with his grandpa, who I'm guessing is the owner of the boat.
His granddaddy going to jail too.
Yeah, Jerry. Yeah, he said.
Okay.
I just hung up with him. He said. That
And
they
you
don't
see how
need
the,
help right now, but if something changes, they'll call me.
You see how they sounded so nonchalant. The granddaddy know what's going on too.
Jerry
Jerry going to jail too. Going to the penitentiary. Send Jerry ass to penitentiary
He's
too.
saying the bill's just not keeping up. I asked for Coast Guard. He said no, but he's just really upset on the back end. And, you know, I get it. It's a
Okay.
kid. He just doesn't understand.
Oh, okay. Do you still have him on the line?
Yes, I still have him on the line. And again, I couldn't find, he couldn't give me anything regarding his grandfather's, you know, membership, so it's just under Jerry fee for service.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I just talked to. If you wanna, I mean, we're so tied up right now. We can't really do any non-member jobs right now.
Is Jerry a member? Did you find out if he was a member or not?
That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's his boat or what. I'm not sure what's going on with it. But yeah, transfer the kid over. I'll talk to him, and then. And
Granddaddy going to jail too. He knew what was up.
All right. And did you want me to look
Said
up
MAGA is
Jerry's
dead, Jeremy.
membership number or anything like that to see if he's up? I know you guys are
You can
smart.
try the cell phone number.
Yes, sir.
Anything on that phone number?
Wow.
All right. Yep, it's Jerry. Yeah, he's an active member. Hold on.
What kind of boat do you have on there? Same
Well,
boat?
he's one.
Salute,
he's
7
one-year
Gator.
member, Yep, 22-foot Triton.
Greatly appreciated, sis.
All
Salute.
right, I'll just
Thank you.
disregard this one. I'm gonna send you over.
Flower for Nolan Wells. That's dope. We about to end this out though, y'all, and come back with the straight Nolan Wells content topic because this should be discussed. Like, as Americans, something happened to that young black American, man, and I want to know. So I'm gonna wrap this up.
Now, thank you
Stay
again,
tuned.
Captain.
We'll be back around 3 with this.